You know I'm right about this. I usually manage to get us through in one piece.
And you love to remind me of that, don't you?
Well, sweetheart, I'm only talking facts. Recent history, even. How about our little plane trip?
Our flight into Port Charles?
You were worried when we ran out of gas.
Oh, yeah, silly me. Called me crazy.
Well, we got out of it, didn't we? And not only did you have your first one-on-one with a parachute, but I got to induct you into the Mile High Club. And one day we can tell our grandchildren, we did it at 12,000 feet.
Will you also tell our grandchildren that you had me jump out of a dying airplane into a raging river?
Well, which I also managed to get you out of. And you know, those rapids were nothing compared to riding the rapids of the Rio Grande.
But that was different. We had to get to Mexico.
Well, we could have got there through Texas. We didn't have to go through Arizona.
But that's exactly what Frank Smith's men were expecting. You know, but we didn't have to get off those mules. We're doing just fine there, and we didn't have to switch to the raft.
Tell my ass. He was pooped. And besides, the rapids were faster. And it was so hot. Remember? The rapids were cool.
I do remember. It was a real scorcher that day. It was educational, though. I mean, Lucky did get a chance to see the Grand Canyon.
Right, but you're losing the larger picture here. I managed to get us out of that, as I always do.
And you enjoyed every single minute of it, which worries me.
It's always something.
I just have one thing to say. Life after Frank Smith.
Excuse me?
Luke, if you pull this off, and I think that you will, what happens then? You know, your wish list, it bears no resemblance to mine.
Could we just cross that bridge when we get there, please?
Well, I think it deserves a little bit of thought. You love the danger. It is your element.
There are times when you love it, too.
I know that, but I can live without it, happily.
I can't. What about Canada? That was a very quiet life we had there until Frank caught up with us.
And you called it an extended vacation. But you never really stopped looking over your shoulder or waiting. The danger was still there. It was still keeping you on edge while we were pretending to live like everybody else.
Laura, I don't want to live like everybody else. Do you?
No, never. I want us to be content just to be us without worrying about where the next adrenaline rush is going to be coming from. And I don't know if you can do that.
Sweetheart, I'm not a suit and tie. I never will be.
Luke, I don't want you to be that.
I'm not ready to let Frank Smith slide because we don't know what life would be like without him.
Do whatever you have to do. But make me one promise, all right?
I'll try.
Don't get killed, or maimed, or end up in jail.
I promise.
Good. Because if you break that promise, I'll just have to kill you myself.
Look at me, this is a nightmare. Next, I'll be going to PTA.
All right, fat chance.
You hate it if I turned into a lawn-mowing, football-watching, barbecuing, suburban, civic-minded dude, and you know it.
Only if you started wearing Bermuda shorts pulled up to your chin.
Well, I've always been a sucker for polyester.
Luke, I'm not trying to change you. You know, even if I could, which I can't, I wouldn't do that.
Are you sure that you're not ready to just, trade me in on a new model, something squatty with airbags, something safe and younger.
Oh, Luke, why would I do that? Why? When I've got perfection.
Yeah, well, now, you know. Careful, I might disappoint you.
No, never. You know, Luke, most women go through their entire lives without having what I have on any single day. What I want is for us to spend our whole lives together.
Well,
I want them to be long lives.
and I can only do what I can do.
I'm not asking you to make promises that you can't keep. I'm asking you to try.
You know, despite your complaints, you would have just crawled up into a ball on some sofa and withered away if we'd stayed here after we got married.
I know. I love our lives. I do. It's just that I could live without the constant worry that you and Lucky might be in danger.
We don't do it on purpose.
You don't try to avoid it.
So you could really live without it, couldn't you?
What I can't live without is you. Us. I need you. I really do. More than I wanted to. More than I ever thought I would. I know that may scare you a little bit, but that's how I feel.
Let's go upstairs.
But Lucky's still awake.
Well, you want to do it here on the table?
What about your back?
Oh, that's right, my back. Well, we'll have to go upstairs, and we can lock a door up there.
Oh, that's fine. We can door.
Okay, if we can just be very, very quiet.
I can do that.
I know you can.